Hey guys, we're sitting on a small island in the Kristiansand archipelago here in Norway. It's raining a little bit, it's very cozy. So we just decided to hide ourselves here in under a shelter, on a small shelter roof. So it's very cozy here, and I decided to use the opportunity to talk a little bit about the Fantasea mirrorless housing that caters for the Sony A6000 series. Just before we left for Norway for this trip, a messenger came with a new package to us with a new housing system from Fantasea that caters for the brand new Sony A6400. There's a 6000 model, there's a 6300 model, and there's a 6500 model. And this one will fit the 3000 and the 6300 and 6500 model. This housing has a fixed port. It comes without a port, but there is a port for it with an M67 thread, so you can mount all sorts of wide angle and macro lenses on it. But I decided that I would use the opportunity to actually open one of the boxes here with the new housing to see what's in it. And I thought you might find that interesting as well, because I've not even had it out of the box. And I know they look a lot alike, except from a few changes. See, here's the housing, Fantasea 6400. And from quick eye view, it looks exactly like the other housing. It has the zoom button here, the nice big extended release, shutter release button, the port mount, and all the buttons here in the back are pretty much similar to, they're very much similar to the other one. I haven't actually had the Sony A6400 camera in my hands yet. So that's why I don't even know if they're really alike or not at all alike, but I assume they're very much alike. See, the new thing that comes with the housings from Fantasea is a vacuum system. And that's something we've been looking forward to, because even though these acrylic housings are really great, and there's a leak sensor in them, anyone can make a mistake and forget a hair or twist an O-ring and the housing will flood. And you don't really need a leak detector, because once it starts to beep, it's too late, right? So the vacuum system is really nice because you can save your camera, and these new housings will cater for that. I know there's a new series coming from Fantasea on the larger ones that has the vacuum system as well. So let's see what else is in the package here. The regular package with extra O-ring and grease. The vacuum pump, which would be interesting to see. That's a pistol, and it'll suck, and a port system for the vacuum. Possibly, it still has an M16 thread here, so you are able to mount an external monitor. If you have a system that fits that, you can use the screw hole here. And then it has the tool for taking the port on and off, the manual, and an extended lever here. If you have a big port on, it can be tricky to use, and a few tools for the flash connectors that sits here. So overall, the system caters for the full camera on-off system. It has the functionality button, which is imperative to learn. If you want to use the Sony system, that's the function button that has all the commands, is great. It has the fully manual system. You can use the shutter speed and aperture buttons here, and you can press, and you can even use the dial system here. It's really nicely done, and even the playback button is extended a little bit. So even if you are in a dark place, you can easily feel it and see what you just took a picture of. Let's just have a look inside. There's the sunshade, the double O-ring system here. This one that you takes out and grease, this one that you just leave in. And it has the slate. Unlock it, which you mount on the camera. That will make it very, very easy to mount the camera once you have it in and out. Boom. and there would also be a zoom lens system together with a port system once you get that. The port is made for the 1650, and you can use that 1650 together with the UWL 09 wide angle, which is a great wide angle for this system. Overall, this is a really semi-professional, nice kit for the Sony. And if you have the Sony, or get your hands on one of the models, the 6300, 6400, 6500, all 4 models, Fantasea now has a housing for it. So maybe you should look into Sony next time you get a new camera.